Call this meeting of the Jefferson City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Niles.
Here.
Schrader. Teeter. Here. Tully.
Here.
Fire. Here. Randall. Lars.
Here.
Mackey.
Here. Thank you. At this time, we'll entertain public participation. Anyone wishing to address the council may do so. We ask that you please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, move on to ordinance number 123, an ordinance amending section 300.02.70 RA 35 Rural Holding Zoning District of the City of Jefferson Code of Ordinances to be introduced for its first reading tonight by Alderwoman Byer.
Honorable Mayor, council members, and citizens. The Common Council of the City of Jefferson, the City of Wisconsin hereby ordains as follows. Section 1, 300.02.70 is hereby amended to include the following as permitted use in a rural holding zone. 2, P, golf course and related activities. 300.02.70 is hereby amended to include the following as permitted use in rural holding zone. 3, X, golf course maintenance, food snack shed, and pro shop. All other provisions of 300.02.70 are hereby affirmed. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect after passage, publication, and attestation as required by law. This is a first reading.
Thank you. Resolution number 69, tonight's consent agenda. Alderman Schrader, please.
Mr. Mayor, this is resolution number 69. Be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that the consent agenda for January 17th, 2023 is hereby adopted. Vouchers payable for December 2022 in the amount of $122,735.37. In January 2023 in the amount of $252,305.73, and December manuals in the amount of $48,749.69. Payroll summary for January 13th, 2023 in the amount of $165,989.72. Council minutes from January 3rd and January 10th, 2022 meeting of the Jefferson Common Council. And operators licenses. There was one this evening, and a picnic license for Jefferson Rotary Club beer and wine tasting to be held at the Jefferson Fairgrounds. I move approval.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderwoman Teeter. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of resolution number 69, please signify by saying aye as your name is called. No opposed.
Alderman Schrader.
Aye.
Teeter.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Mackey.
Aye.
Niles.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Resolution number 70, a resolution authorizing the sale of property located in the Meadows subdivision. Alderwoman Teeter, please.
Honorable Mayor and City Council members, this is resolution number 70, authorizing the sale of property located in the Meadows Estates subdivision, whereas the Gorman and Company LLC developer has submitted an offer to purchase contract for the purchase of approximately 2.5 acres of property located in the Meadows Estates subdivision. And whereas the developer intends to construct a multifamily development consisting of approximately 60 market rate apartments at this location beginning the fall of 2023. And now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that herein approves said offer to purchase contract, including the following terms: with a selling price of $90,000, earnest money $5,000, closing date June 30th, assuming June 2023. Contingencies, tax increment, district financing assistant in an amount to be determined, and appropriate zoning to allow for construction of no less than 60 multi-family apartment units. Therefore, be it further resolved by the City Council of the City Administrator is authorized to execute said offer to purchase contract on behalf of the City of Jefferson, and further authorizes the Mayor, City Administrator, and City Clerk to execute any document related to the closing of this property and transfer of title to Gorman and Company LLC upon the review and consent of the City Council. I would so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Monke. Any discussion, please? Hearing none. All in favor of resolution number 70, please signify by saying aye as your name is called. No if you're opposed.
Alderman Teeter.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Mackey.
Aye.
Niles. Schrader.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Resolution number 71, a resolution authorizing the sale of industrial park property. Alderman Tully, please.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor Opperman. City of Jefferson Resolution Number 71, authorizing the sale of industrial park property. Whereas the City of Jefferson has recently completed an expansion of the North Industrial Park to create additional zone lots for development, and whereas the city has received an offer to purchase contract from Todd Schultz to construct a warehousing distribution building for E-Way Transit LLC on city-owned property. And whereas the proposed E-Way Transit LLC development would include construction of an approximately 9,800 square foot building consisting of warehousing, docks, and a small administrative office. The construction cost of said development is estimated at $1.7 million. And now therefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that at year-end approves the offer to purchase contract and authorizes the city administrator to execute said contract on behalf of the City of Jefferson. This sale of the city industrial property includes the sale of a 3-acre parcel at a total selling price of $60,000. The city will be responsible for creating this lot utilizing a certified survey process, site grading, and extension of North Parkway to create street access and utility availability. I would so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Mackey. Discussion? This is property in the North Business Park. For those that may be watching at home, there has been a discussion about grading this property. Timmy, would you like to just address that briefly?
Yep, so the city's obligation is to perform some site grading work to create a developable building pad for this particular property owner. Also, we need to provide for a small street and utility extension to serve the lot.
Thanks, Tim. Does anyone have any questions or comments? It's basically an extension of North Industrial Park Drive. Okay, if there are no other questions or comments, all in favor of resolution number 71, please signify by saying aye as your name is called. No if you're opposed.
Alderman Tully.
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Mackey.
Aye.
Niles.
Aye.
Schrader.
Aye.
Teeter.
Aye.
Thank you. Resolution number 72, a resolution authorizing the City of Jefferson to exceed the levy limits specified under section 66.0602 Wisconsin statutes on an ongoing basis for staffing and compensating fire and emergency services staff. Alderwoman Niles, please.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, citizens of Jefferson, council members. City of Jefferson Resolution Number 72, a resolution authorizing the City of Jefferson to exceed the levy limits specified under Section 66.0602 Wisconsin statutes on an ongoing basis for staffing and compensating fire and emergency services staff. Whereas the Common Council of the City of Jefferson has determined it is desirable and in the best interest of the city to increase the amount levied in the next fiscal year and for each fiscal year going forward by $500,000 or 10.792 for the purpose of staffing and compensating fire and emergency services staff. Whereas such increase in the amount levied will exceed the city's allowable levy limit under Section 66.0602 Wisconsin statutes, unless the electors approve a referendum allowing the increase. And whereas the Common Council has determined it is desirable and in the best interest of the city to direct the city clerk to submit the question as shown on the sample ballot attached hereto as Exhibit A to the electors for approval or rejection at the regularly scheduled election to be held on April 4th, 2023. Now therefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson that, number one, the city clerk is hereby directed to call a referendum election to be held at the city in a regular scheduled election on April 4th, 2023 for the purpose of submitting to the qualified electors of the city the question included on Exhibit A. 2, the city clerk is directed to publish the required notices regarding the referendum election and provide the results of such election to the Wisconsin Department of Revenue. I so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Markey. Discussion. Chief Wagner is here tonight. Would you like to address or summarize the proposal? I have my copy here.
It's all in here for all these weeks. As we've discussed in previous meetings, we are at a crossroads with EMS and fire staffing that we have recommended to you that in order to maintain the quality of service of fire and EMS that we have become accustomed to in the city, that we are in the transition phase right now where we have to do something different because the model we've had in place on the fire side for 153 years now is no longer sustainable. And on the EMS side, same thing. Our calls for service are increasing. Our ability to attract and retain staff is becoming more difficult every day. And as a result, we have to change the model that we have. And that model is going to include having to compensate people where historically we've been able to have volunteers and token compensation, and those days have now passed us by. And so it has been our recommendation in the best interest of the city that you all look at this and take these necessary steps in order to provide reliable emergency services in terms of fire and EMS for the citizens.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions, Chief?
Chief, let's get on the record, because we talked about this. This does not include having a full-time chief of fire department in AMS.
No, there is not built into this, into the budget for this. This is for rank and file staffing.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? So this will appear on the April 4th ballot as a referendum question for the voters of Jefferson. Okay, if there are no other questions, all in favor of resolution number 72, please signify by saying aye as your name is called. No, if you're opposed. Thank you, Chief Wagner.
Alderman Beyer.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Mackey.
Aye.
Canales. Schrader.
Aye.
Teeter.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved. Mr. Lars, Mrs. Dodds. All in favor on a voice vote, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We are adjourned.